Hello everybody, my name is Lewy and welcome back to Flickering Myth Gaming. Today we will be taking a look at the vegetable growing, rabbit raising, egg harvesting farm sim, Pure Farming 2018, developed by Ice Flames and published by Techland Publishing. So Pure Farming 2018 lets you farm to your heart's content with all the latest technology and state-of-the-art licensed machines to manage all aspects of modern farming. With a healthy roster of different farms in different countries, you'll be able to grow region-specific crops such as hemp, coffee beans and olives. With 3 different modes to choose from tailored for both beginners and veterans of the farm sim genre, you'll never be short of crops to harvest. Being from the West Country, I'm pretty familiar with the sight and smell that comes with modern farming, and because of this I've never really been incredibly interested in farming sim games. But after reading up on the content that Pure Farming 2018 had to offer, I became pretty enthusiastic about throwing on my wellies and getting stuck in. The thought of harvesting potatoes on an all-American farm was something I had already seen before, but the opportunity to own a farm in Japan harvesting rice on what is essentially a lawnmower was something I could really get behind. Starting up, and before I decided to fly first class to my Japanese retreat, I thought it'd be a good idea to familiarise myself with the game. Pure Farming comes with a My First Farm mode that follows the story of you inheriting your farm from your late grandfather. The farm is in debt, and it's up to you to restore it to its former glory. In this mode, the game will give you clear objectives of what to do and how to do them. From harvesting crops to filling your vehicles with gas, it will prepare you for anything and everything you will need to know in order to stand on your own 2 feet and run a successful farm. My first impressions after doing the first few objectives is that graphically the game looked pretty average. That wasn't until I really paid attention. The attention to detail was actually pretty astonishing, especially the vehicle models. Each machine part, the mud on the wheels and even the individual ribs on the hoses. Just from the first 5 minutes of gameplay I can already appreciate the clear amount of hard work that went into making it. The game has a nice depth of field feature. This basically blurs the background whilst keeping the target in focus to add more of a layered feel. The day and night cycle looks great, surface, crop and building textures have no issues. All in all, the game looks rather wonderful. If you're keen on taking screenshots, Pure Farming will give you plenty of opportunities. Onto gameplay, and because Pure Farming is a simulator, it's fairly slow paced. In the beginning, that's fine, but when you become more familiar with the objectives and keyboard layout, it may become slightly tedious for some. But then, I thought, isn't farming fairly slow paced in real life? Spending hours on the fields for that profit at the end is honestly a pretty great feeling. It feels as if you really put in the work and deserve the payout. There's a great amount of replayability, especially with the contrast of region-specific crops, grinding to push for the best equipment or focusing on a different kind of produce. Pure Farming has hours of gameplay potential. Speaking of button layout, and honestly I had no issues. Prompts are there on the screen every time the action is available so you clearly know what button does what. These can be toggled on and off the more familiar you get. But some people in the community aren't too happy that you cannot rebind your keys. I only ever rebind my keys for competitive edge during multiplayer games, but for a simulator, I honestly had no problems with the default layout. Pure Farming also has wheel support for the G29 and G920, with further wheel support coming soon for those of you that want that extra level of realism. The variations of the map size in Pure Farming is fantastic, from the huge surface area of the Montana map to the small, intimate and manageable size of the Germany map. In early game, it can become pretty long-winded driving to and from gas stations and water outputs and tractors that top out at 13 miles per hour under load, and the option of being able to purchase a water output on the farm would be a welcome addition. Another thing I picked up on during early stages of gameplay is that Pure Farming has some pretty great audio. Vehicles sound authentic and immersive with a soundtrack to match. Sometimes ploughing or harvesting a field can take a while, so I found myself putting on my own music and singing away whilst I collected my yield. This can make you drift off into autopilot mode, which certainly isn't a bad thing when you're repeatedly going up and down collecting your spuds. As I said, I'm a bit of a noob when it comes to farming sims, but from what I've heard there's a few features that make it stand out from the rest, one of them being a drone, that you can operate to move over your farmland quickly and efficiently. When using this, you can hover over a field and you get an awesome little graph that keeps you informed on your crop's progress and status. Another thumbs up in many people's books is the Day 1 mod support, allowing you to bring your own vehicle models into the world of Pure Farming. To start you off, Pure Farming have featured a buggy mod that brings an awesome high texture buggy to blitz around your farmland in. With an easy upload feature, it's a straightforward process of uploading your models from your favourite 3D modelling software. Now on to a few things I think need work. As of yet, there is no multiplayer for Pure Farming. This gives its competitors the edge if that's the kind of thing you're looking for. Next, the camera angle. It's not wide enough to fit your whole vehicle into shot when ploughing fields, making it feel very tight. There's no lease for machines, meaning you have to save up full price to purchase it for the full amount. And finally, the AI needs a lot of work. So then, as someone who's just started to dabble in the farming sim genre, I'm actually super impressed. The thought of turning a real life job into a game had never really sat with me, but Pure Farming 2018 has made me look at the genre in a different light, and I will definitely be playing more. I feel as if the game's not 100% there yet, but it's early days, and with the level of dev support the game is currently receiving, I'm sure it can only get better. Here at Flickering Myth Gaming, Pure Farming 2018 is a 7 out of 10. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.